I'll come on to a story which is not funny. It wasn't funny. It was a very sad, terrible happening. We were on the docks, forming up to be counted before we left the docks to march back to the camp. And I've already explained to you that we were counted every time we were about to leave the camp, and we were counted before we left the docks to go back into the camp. And we were just, we'd finished the morning's work and we were just getting ready to go back into the camp. And we were lining up, and we were one short. We counted and counted again, and we were genuinely one short. So we were asked, just think, is there anybody with you, or should be with you, who isn't? Somebody you came out with this morning who you can't see. Look around amongst yourselves. Is there anybody that you can think of as not being here? Everybody look round to chaps you marched out with in the morning and so on. And eventually somebody said, yes, Darky Norman. Darky Norman.
Darky Norman.
Darky Norman. He was English, but he dark-skinned. And then somebody said, oh, I saw Darky Norman dive into the river before falling in. He obviously wanted to have a little swim, have a freshening up. He dived into the river just before we started falling in, or as we started falling in.
Falling in means grouping together
for roll call.
Yes.
Well, Darky Norman wasn't there in our group, in our party. And so everyone said, where did he dive in? Oh, he dived in just over there. So we all rushed over to the edge of the dockside, and looked where he'd dived in, and he had dived in between two barges that were up against the wall of the dockside, and we looked and we realised that these two barges between them had a fishing net, like a big stocking. It was a fishing net spread out between the two barges. They were holding it at water level, and the net went into the water, and they were obviously going to catch fish that would come in through the net but couldn't get out. But poor Darky Norman had dived into this net, and we immediately created a hullabaloo and stirred the barge men and women, normally husband and wife, out of their midday stupor, and they started pulling in the net, and there was Darky Norman caught in the net, just trapped, and he's dead.